Hello and welcome. It's your host Ghida Majzoub, and today I would love to welcome as well, so as to be able to continue with the series of episodes talking about private equity and private investments, as well as many other things related to this field, who is the real estate investment advisor, Cosme Reveredo. Cosme, it's so good to have you again with us, so as to explain more and more about what we've been discussing lately. And today we want to focus exactly on Equiton. We want to know exactly what does Equiton do, who is Equiton, and what is exactly your field.
Yeah, thank you for having me first and foremost. That's a great question. Who is Equiton? What do we do? It's a good question. It's also a somewhat common question, simply because it's not immediately apparent to most people what we do. But when I think about this question, Gita, I like to break it down into two things, right? There's the what we do, and then there's how we do it, right?
Yes.
The what, well, really, we are real estate investors at the end of the day. We help other investors build generational wealth through passive real estate options. Okay. And then there's the how we do it. So, again, as I mentioned, we're real estate investors. We aggregate capital. So, we raise capital from different investing sources. So, whether it's retail investors like yourself or myself, whether it's wholesale investors, or even pension funds and endowment funds, for example, we'll raise the capital, we'll put it all together, and then we go out and we acquire real estate assets.
Yeah.
And really, our investors, they share in the profitability of these assets, both in the form of cash flow as well as capital appreciation of the assets over time.
Mm-hmm.
And really, and finally, the most important thing that we do at Equiton, we're asset managers. We
Mm.
preside over every element of the real estate life cycle, and we are truly fully integrated real estate firm because we do preside over everything from acquisition all the way down to property management. We make it a hands-off investment for all of our investors.
Yeah, and how do people contact you? How do people know where to go, and exactly if they want to tell you, if they everybody has his own situation, everybody has his own investments, everybody has his own fears, and
Yeah.
everything related to every person is different completely from the other one. So how do you deal with all your customers? How do you put them in categories?
Yeah, so it's a good question, and we actually go and we do a personalized one-on-one session. The reason being, Gita, everyone, as you mentioned, everyone's situation is different, of course, but there's an assessment that goes into place in order to invest in these private investments. There's, a suitability criteria as well as an eligibility criteria. So we do need to evaluate both. Eligibility, simply put, is understanding, someone's overall financial picture as well as their day-to-day needs. Suitability is, of course, evaluating whether or not the adding a private investment like an Equiton, for example, in someone's portfolio helps or hurts that individual. So we sort of go through those details, flesh out, everyone's background in terms of their financial expertise as well as their portfolio,
Yes.
and understand whether or not adding this level of investment makes sense for them. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to do anything that will impact anyone from a negative standpoint, of course. We want them to be able to, take advantage of our investments and help them grow and build generational wealth.
Exactly, and something also which is very, very important, Cosme, regarding every client and every person. If you want to get them more to know about the Equiton, how long has Equiton? When did it start? And you are based in Ontario, right?
Correct. So we are based in Ontario. However, we are licensed in every province in Canada. Equiton itself started in 2015. Our firm was started by real estate investors.
Yeah.
Our main, our CEO comes from a real estate background, has spent his entire professional career in real estate. Our CFO, she was actually formerly an executive at Mattamy Homes, which is one of the largest residential home builders here in Canada, of course. And, with respect to our company, our main fund actually started in 2016, which coincided with the same time that Ontario was loosening some of the restrictions around who can participate and invest in these private investments. Because
Yeah.
prior to 2016, it was really the cream of the crop that can invest in these investments. So high net worth individuals, pension funds, etc. They were the only ones that had exposure to these investments. Since 2016, the everyday investor has had the opportunity to participate, and of course, it becomes an education process from that point.
Exactly, and definitely, as you said, because people, they really want to know. They are really they need more information. They need more details to get to know about this this field, because really everybody is scared, because it has happened everywhere. We know, we in Lebanon, we suffered a lot from this problem. It's been 3 years and still the problem, even 4 almost, and the problem still goes on. But also in some countries that you would never expect that something like this would happen, people are getting so scared because some banks are suffering also from some alarming things. So, and Cosme, as also, if people want to know more about Equiton, we're going to show the QR code. They can scan it, or they can just click on the link so as to be able to connect with you, and also to get to know more about Equiton. They get to know more details about this company and about all the services that you are providing. Definitely, we'll go on with the series of as a workshop, maybe we can call it also. It's a series of episodes so as to be able to explain all the details to everyone who wants to know more details about it. And I would like to thank you again for being with us today, and definitely we'll see you soon in another episode. Thank you so much, Cosme.
Thank you so much.
And definitely, so as to be able also to watch this episode, you can subscribe to my channel through ghidamajzoub.com, and I'll see you later.